almost like Maui got you. I saw a hand in the back. Do you want to come forward or you want to shout out? We'll never get you on. Yeah, please come forward.
Thank you.
You must know a little bit about marijuana now that I see you in the light. This is Dr. Otto.
Hi. Well, thank you, Representative Ward, for the opportunity to talk about this subject. Yes, I do have a question about cannabis. And I really appreciate the opportunity to have a discussion about it because I don't see a lot of a discussion occurring in the public forum. I see,
true.
op-eds and people making proclamations about different things. And of course, we have our state attorney general who has issued a regulatory framework, which she promised to do during her confirmation hearing in the Senate, which seems to support going forward with a recreational program for Hawaii. And I'm concerned because I'm not seeing a lot of attention being given to the federal situation with cannabis in Hawaii, which for me personally is a big issue because my patients are constantly being injured by the fact that they're being discriminated against as federal criminals just to participate in our state program. So I was kind of hoping that the Attorney General would help us figure out this mess and give us solutions, perhaps like the solution that the legislature unanimously adopted in 2021, which you voted in favor of course, Representative Ward, which is still sitting with the Department of Health. And the issue of attorney-client privilege with department directors and state lawmakers seems to be impeding an ability of the legislature to take up this issue of what do we do about the federal situation? We can't just wait for the Congress to fix this because they're not fixing it. And I think some would argue the state has an obligation to do what it can. And the legislature seems to think there is a solution. So, Judge Oshiro, I know, I'm glad you're here in your private capacity tonight because I know you are an administrative law judge within a state department. So you have your own deputy attorney general from the Department of...
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? So you're not
I'm
subject to that?
No, I'm not. I'm administratively attached. So I don't seek counsel from the Attorney General's office.
Okay, so I guess then my question is even more relevant because perhaps there is some role that someone like yourself might be able to play to raise this issue about the federal situation. Because I don't see how we can move forward with authorizing recreational use when we haven't even protected our medical cannabis patients. So thank you very much.
Good point. Very good.
Yeah,
point.
let me
thank you, Dr.
You know, Dr. Otto and I, we sat across the table many years ago. We kind of ended up in different places, but I heard loud and clear the interests of the medical doctors who are seeing patients that were truly, sincerely seeking relief through non-pharmaceutical types of medicine. And I think part of the issue that he raises tonight is what we commonly refer to as the Cole Memorandum. And that was really because of that President Obama, through his own edict, directed his law enforcement division, the Attorney General, to issue a memorandum that told all the states that notwithstanding the listing of marijuana or cannabis as a dangerous drug, there would be no enforcement of that particular law, and put it back to Congress to make that change. And I think that's where it is right now. When he left, that's been the standard right now. But it does create problems for any business or any investor on the uncertainty of that memorandum that may have been superseded by a new administration. So, Dr. Otto, your concern is well placed. For me, again, the recreational side is scary because that becomes another product that will be sold, not for medicinal purposes, but for recreational purposes. And again, we can't control tobacco, we can't control alcohol, we can't control vaping, and we see the effects upon the young people. I don't think it makes sense to expose any more dangers to this generation.
Market realities have suggested that, and this is documented out of Colorado and California, 80% of the medical people are going to the black market people. Why? It's cheaper. It's easier. It's quicker. You got the guy on the side of the street. And guess who's doing the majority share of raising the black market marijuana? The cartels have come in from Mexico. Now, this is straight from Colorado and California. The Chinese have come in and bought land and are growing marijuana. Is there any idea that they would not want to come to Hawaii and do green harvest all the way? The point is, how many dispensaries we got, Marcus? 8? Dr. Otto, how many we got?
Dr. Otto,
we got 8, right? Those guys have complained to the legislature last year.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not making money.
Yeah.
Well, what? Duh. It's because the black market is the king.
What did you say?
And even though they've legalized it in those other states, people are smart. They vote with their money, their wallet. And the point being that if we think that we're going to have all of this landfall of money and we're going to go right through to dispensaries and quality control, etc., I think that's an illusionary pipe dream, quite frankly. There was a question.